When you look at some of the lowest Dow figures we've had since '97, and then other companies that are posting all-time lows, big companies, not just...
But the Dow Jones goes up when unemployment goes up. Like, the country hurting are indicators to buy and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like... It's not really an accurate measure of, like, how most people's lives are going. It's like if the Dow goes down... That just means who fucking can buy stock? I mean, out of like real people in the real world.
Yeah.
Who can really fucking invest in stock?
I think what you're supposed to do, like what you're told you're supposed to do when you get a job is tuck some money away and save it. That's like phase one. You get a job.
Well, that's the thing is that Americans are saving more money now. Like American savings accounts are higher than
They're petrified to put it in anything else.
But that's good. That's good. It's like things have been so fucked up for so long. Just exploding credit.
Yeah.
People having shit they can't even come close to actually like affording to have. And not putting any money in the bank and just living for the retarded moment.
Check to check,
Just fucking from your ATM card, you get the money out and stick it right in your asshole and then shoot jizz all over your fucking stomach. Like just constant flow.
Yeah.
And now people are going, well, maybe I save, maybe I buy things I need. And that makes the Dow go down because people aren't just being stupid. So that's good. It was too high. The Dow was too fucking high. 12,000 was
fucking
crazy.
high.
Fucking high. I was talking to my financial guy.
Yeah.
And he actually said, and I didn't want to hear this. He goes, well, you got that safe in your apartment. I would suggest you put money in it. I'm like, oh, that's good. That's what your buddy says at the bar, not your financial advisor. He's like, I would suggest you put a few dollars in that safe.
Yeah.
How they get
that? No, you're hearing stuff you never heard before. That person.
Yeah.
Right.
That talking head with the number scrolling under it that you always turn the sound off on.
Yeah.
Turn it up and it's just a woman saying, and then melt the gold and make a calf unto your God. And carry the calf around and kill a virgin. This is the new recommendation from, Merrill Lynch.
Yeah, I've never...
Turn up the volume and say, bury your money in the backyard.
Yeah, exactly.
You've never needed a
Diamonds are an
smelter.
excellently portable way to escape the country.
So true, man.
Swallow the diamonds inside of a condom.
It really has gotten to the point where, you just... Should you buy gold and just bury it like a pirate?
But then, see, I'm afraid of doing that because gold is so psychological. The
You're
idea
a gold
that it has...
guy.
I have some gold coins.
Money is more psychological
those gold coins that I bought they were like $700 each, and it's up to $9.90 an ounce right now.
There you go.
But I would never put everything in gold because gold is this idea that it's worth something, and tomorrow everyone could say gold is worth nothing.
But gold has more realism to it than cash does.
Yes, it does. That's true.
Like it's hard to believe and really grasp, but
Louis makes a good point though. If the whole world gets together and go, you know what?
This ain't worth shit.
The gold should not be worth shit, and that'll solve all our problems.
But
and
let me tell you something. If that happens, we're in trouble because our money is all based on Fort Knox.
Right.
So if the whole world goes, we're in deep trouble.
What's that? It used to be.
Yeah,
not anymore. Like Goldfinger was made.
It's not anymore.
Yeah, they took us off the gold standard years ago.
Yeah,
long time ago. The gold in Fort Knox is just no.
What if we find a
gold in Fort Knox? Okay, 1960s, Jim.
What if we find a big pit of diamonds, and then next thing you know,
but don't you?
There's too many diamonds.
Don't you know about the diamonds?
What?
De Beers, they actually don't have a office in America because they're illegal, because they're such criminals.
Right.
Literally,
human rights.
They're not allowed here.
It's just awful.
It's not because of that. Their practices, like economically, there are way more diamonds than there are like fucking rocks in your backyard in your gravel driveway.
For real?
There are but the De Beers company hoards them. Like, they use these, like, fucking cartels and armies and stuff and warlords.
Really?
They hoard diamonds. They have a massive load of diamonds, and they control the price by meting it out how much they want to. And then every time a competitor starts making diamonds, they
kill them?
They flood the market with diamonds and lower the value of it.
And then aren't they so
that company
beautiful
goes
and
down.
sparkly?
Yeah, but they're common. They're fucking
common.
They are. They're not that. And if the De Beers company tomorrow could say diamonds are worth fucking Starburst fruit chews.
Well, so don't buy those.
Yeah.
Where are they based out of?
My mother's cunt.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know.
That must be a huge company.
You just whenever it is massive.
With fucking...
it's crazy.
With good ventilation.
No, it's about 15 big vessels, big...
the main guy...
No, every time you hit a gap in my knowledge, I just go to my mother's cunt.
So the main guy the main guy for De Beers on his way out could just say, you know what, I'm going to fuck everybody.
Yeah.
Why? I'm leaving this planet. Who gives a shit?
Diamonds aren't worth anything tomorrow.
Right.
That's actually right.
Yourself.
I just did some research that says that there's more of a man-made shortage about diamonds than there is a natural one. The distribution of the number of diamonds put on the market each year is very regulated, and there are enough diamonds to give each man, woman, and child in the U.S. a whole cupful.
Yes.
A whole cup full?
A cup full of diamonds.
Wow,
in the
2
morning.
countries, 1 cup. Three of those ribs, you.
What the fuck? I didn't know that. I thought that was
I saw it on 60 Minutes.
It's kind of like OPEC. So, they take the oil and say, well, we're just not going to pump as much out.
Except for oil is a resource that's used by the
supply and demand, my
billions
friend.
of
Supply
gallons.
and demand.
Yeah. Diamonds. If you are...
They're a girl's best friend, I hear. Oh.
Yeah, because girls are cunts and they don't care who dies for their fucking sparkles.
Yes. That's actually too long for the slogan, but I like it.
I like that. That's a little slug line. That's nice.
That's
De Beers.
Yeah, Tiffany should use that one. Tiffany's. Wow, I learned something today. I had no idea.
It's a horse shit thing.
Education.
Can you check where they're based out of, Danny? I would love to mention the guy who runs it. Who runs that company?
I don't know. It's
How
a family.
fucking powerful is that?
Hitler.
It's
amazing.
It's Ted De Beers.
Ted De Beers.
He puts out just one diamond, I think, though.
Yeah, one diamond a year, and you got to fight over it.
Diamonds for every man, woman, and child. A cup made of diamonds. Diamond hats.
It's a funny visual.
Diamond tires.
That doesn't make me feel good.
Headquarters are in South Africa.
I knew that.
I'm starting to think I should put my money in diamonds.
Yeah. No, you can't. There's nothing safe. There's nothing. Money isn't a thing.
Right.
Grow a garden. That's
well,
all
my
you can
financial
really do.
advisor shouldn't
so
say
you can have food
put it in your safe, though.
Yeah,
I was hoping that he could figure something a little better than that.
No, I was watching one of those financial shows, and they're all talking this round table.
Yeah,
and they're going, "Well, this is," and they're just knocking down everything. Oh, how about GE? Not so good. Like, they just keep knocking them all down.
Could
and
take
then
a while.
Finally, the guy goes to the big expert. What's the thing then? And the guy goes, "Stick some cash in your mattress." And everybody laughed, and then went, "Really?"
He was serious.
He goes, "No, stick cash in your mattress." Like, they weren't kidding. And they all looked kind of pale as they went to the credits. Like, oh my God, we actually just said that. That's real advice.
And it was real advice. Yeah. The financial advisor would always tell you, don't put money in the bank when there's low interest, because you'll have the money in the bank, but the interest rate will not outweigh the cost of living increase over the years. So you're actually losing money having it in that bank.
Well, and
I would always sit there and go,
stuff that are offsetting.
Well, no, you know what it is though. If you have a lot of money in a bank account, they have like where you don't pay a fee.
Right.
So I'm sitting there and I couldn't grasp it. I'm going, I understand what you're saying. Like, if I'm making 1% on my money because the interest rate's so low, but if I have X amount of dollars in the bank, in a month from now, I'm going to have X amount plus 1%. Not down $18,000 because the fucking stock dropped. I don't care if it doesn't outweigh the cost of living.
No, exactly.
I'll deal with that. I just want to know that I'm going to have what... I don't need that much. Just tell me I'm going to have what I started with.
Remember what I don't get though, like when money, when like with inflation, like that idea that you take a truckload, like there was a time in our country where you needed a wheelbarrow of money to buy a loaf of bread. That whole But if those people, those dollar bills that they had in that wheelbarrow, if they held on to them, and then when things got good, isn't that now
just
worth
wait a while? Now it's worth the bunch.
$1 million you spent on a loaf of bread.
Just
wait. Don't buy the bread with it. Steal the bread like a man.
I remember our
financial... and then you'll have $1 million.
Yes.
I remember. Wow.
And I'm like, that was his pitch, though, because it got so weird out there. It's like, no, you still want your money in these investments, and you want it with me because I'm certainly losing less than the other guys.
I'm using mine to put equity in my home.
And as a consumer, I'm like, what? That doesn't make me feel good.
No. I don't know. My accountant called me like after the biggest crash
October,
day,
November,
and he said, "You're the only person I got good news for because you don't have any fucking money."
You're broke.
He said, "You're the only client I have who lost nothing."
He called
today.
you to make himself feel
Yeah,
better.
exactly. Because I had no.
He had such a rough day. He's like, "Who on this list is
exactly?"
I could call to.
You really don't know what to do with your cash.
No,
I just put it in. Like I said, I put it in my home equity.
I just paid mortgage. Fuck, what else can you do? It's like I'm sick of paying the bank interest.
See, and then I go, because that's the other thing people say. The one thing that's, that land is perfect because there's always more people. There's never more land.
Yeah.
But then I think, but then there's going to be the revolution, and the brown people are going to say,
you don't steal my land.
I don't care what your lease says. I don't care what your title says.
That's why you need to buy guns.
One of the you need to buy a gun,
guns and land.
One of the solutions to the woes out there, the economic woes, is a situation.
Is what?
A situation. Less people.
Plague or something.
Some kind of situation will make things a lot better.
We're reaching some kind of limits here. There's just not. The thing is, it's another reason again why it's good that this shit's happening, because you can't keep getting more this idea of wealth that's not based on, hey, we just found more stuff in America and we're selling it to other places.
Right.
It's just we're selling each other experience and orgasms and just trading money to the point where there's just money that's not based in anything. It's not based on some gold.
Yeah.
It's not based on that we're carting more fucking oats to China. It's this, we're selling our debt to China. That's our big, that thing that people say now that's our biggest export. Is debt. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That outstrips by far any cars we make or any steel.
Yeah, we sell them debt.
It's the biggest thing that we sell is buy some of our debt, and now we owe you the money instead of to
we owe you
Bank
money
of America.
Plus.
Yeah, so that's
plus interest.
Why wouldn't that crumble? Why wouldn't that stop and go like, well, there's not more stuff?
Because we have atom bombs. Like, that's what I mean.
No, I know, but
we
inside,
have atom bombs.
It's not going to be an invasion. It's an implosion. It's just that we don't have the fucking resources or even the education.
No, I think eventually
or the talent
or the wherewithal.
Wherewithal, Jimmy.
I think eventually we'll just say we're not paying you back. And then if you argue with it, we will just drop huge bombs on you.
That's fine, but we don't have anything to give each other anymore. We don't have anything. At some point, you tap out.
Come up with a widget. It's just widgets. They're just fake things. We're just trading widgets for paper.
Yep.
For imaginary things that are worth little things on an abacus.
I remember I was in Arizona once and I stopped at a gas station that's also a Nathan's Hot Dogs Subway.
Wow, in Arizona.
Subway, Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin Robbins, 7-Eleven store.
And this pasty, skinny, malformed white American kid with like chunks out of his hair, like he just cut his own hair like he was brushing it in the morning, just to keep the length down. I just pictured him looking in the mirror, half asleep, like literally just using scissors like they're a comb. Yeah. And then he's selling a fucking Subway sandwich to a dude that's him. Just there's no difference between the two guys. He made it for him. They're just both sleepy. Can you put onions on it? And he goes, yeah, these onions? Yeah, okay. And then I looked at them. I'm like, why don't you just eat it? Who cares which one he eats it? Who cares which one he eats it?
Nothing really being exchanged there.
Oh, that's great.
We're just these people looking at each other glassy-eyed, making consumer choices to each other. Yeah. One guy's getting paid and one guy's eating the thing, but what's the fucking difference?
What amazes me is the world is drastically changing, and Bush. This was all happening, and how did Bush skate?
I know.
This was all ready to happen, and he was just skating to the end of his presidency.
Yeah. Did they see it though? Because the whole world economy, got London,
No, they did.
The signs, man.
They did, because the seeds for this were planted a long time ago, and people just kept pushing off.
He just didn't want it on his watch. He just wanted to get to the end of it.
There's a great story on NPR that tells the entire story, like from fucking front to finish. It was this long thing they played.
Right. Of course, it's
I'm not
NPR.
fascinating how far back it went.
I'm not blaming Bush, by the way. This was obviously all just developing while he was in office.
Well, Clinton didn't help either.
Sure.
Clinton was another.
It's fucking Reagan, man.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is it was coming to a breaking point, and he was like, not on my watch, man.
No.
Get Obama in there and let him deal with this shit. Where's my helicopter? I'm out.
Yep.
Is it a bad time? Investments now, it's like, what do you buy into? Like, I invested, there's a company, and what they do is they go to people's homes.
Sorry, Jimmy.
And they do oil paintings of you and your family, and the paintings are about $8,000. And this company's like $300 a share. And I think that in an economic crisis, people want oil paintings of themselves for their families. And
what a wise investment.
Commission
during
artists
these tough times
to come and paint oil paintings of them.
You know what? There is a story about this painter I saw on I think it was on 60 Minutes. This guy who's an American painter, and he paints just shitty landscapes like you see like in a hotel lobby.
Yeah.
But he became hot as a painter. Like people just really dig him. This is to me like a great example of what is wrong with the whole fucking world, country, really. And he paints these shitty landscapes, and they're so hot that he just makes prints of them, like they're just reproductions. Yeah. But then he adds a couple of dabs of paint to the print to make it original.
Holy
and then signs his name. And crazy Americans buy these for like $30,000, and then they trade them like they're a big it's like a hobby to buy his paintings. But people like mortgage their homes to buy his paintings. They get obsessed. So they showed him, he flies into Houston in a private jet and goes to this big hall, and it looks like a EST meeting or something. It's thousands of people, like he's God, and he's got a headset, you know, like Garth Brooks, like he's kind of like a Garth Brooksy cowboyish kind of guy. I'm a painter, man. Watch this shit. And they have all his paintings up on stage, and he's signing them like super fast. And an assistant is just taking one away, and then he signs it, takes another one away, and he signs it. And he says, "Every one I sign is worth another $10,000." And he signs, and people are standing and applauding.
Oh my God!
That he's just
printing money.
People are so excited that he's rich and that they're giving him money.
He must be like, is he from another planet? Does he have hypnotic powers?
He's just got that drive. He's got that thing that people like more than anything, that somebody's successful and rich. They're so excited that somebody's rich. You know?
I'd love to be like one of those people that can just go in front of a stadium and just talk about how great you are, and have people just be like, yes,
and they're so excited that somebody pulled it off.
They're throwing money, and it's usually some religious thing. You know, I gotta get a cult.
It's a lot. There is a comedian in the world who succeeded that way. The number one thing people love about that comedian is how successful he is. Like if you look at people writing about him, the first thing they say is, look how many of these he's sold, and look how great. They don't. The germ of like what he actually does, that's arbitrary. He's a success story.
Yeah.
Look how many friends he has on this thing, and look how much.
Look at Tony Robbins. For years, he was like fucking the lurch of of being amazing.
Yeah.
And he'd get out there and just tell people how to make it.
Yep.
And they were fucking like falling down crying watching this guy. How do you pull that off?
And a small percentage of those people will ever make it, even though they buy right into his concept.
It's
Thomas
amazing.
Kincaid?
None of them.
What?
Thomas Kincaid, the painter?
I think that's his name.
No, it's Reuben Kincaid.
Reuben's his agent is his brother.
Oh, is it?
Yes, Thomas is
Once
the
he got rid of that pain in the ass redheaded boy,
yes,
he was able to concentrate on his brother's career.
Fucking pedophile.